everybody, and welcome to the Eververse podcast. And before we get into it, I just want to quickly apologise, because I know it has been quite a long time since our last episode, and I thought I would explain why it has been so long. So basically, I've been doing a lot of assignments for my second year of university, and it's been a lot, and I've had a lot on my plate, and I haven't had chance or time to properly write episodes for the podcast. So I had a bit of a break, and then when I was about to do an episode, I was thinking, I'm not feeling it, and I don't want to do an episode and it's terrible. I want it to be good, and I want to be able to enjoy it, and if it's not, my heart's not in it, then I know it's not going to be good. So I thought, I'm going to leave it for a little bit, because I want it to be good, like I said. I've also been doing other videos on the channel, just to keep it, circulating. I've been doing a lot of episodes. I've finished Jedi Fallen Order, if you've watched my YouTube normally. I've also finished The Outer Worlds, which was a lot of fun, and I'm tempted to do a review of that, because I think that will be really fun. But yeah, so again, sorry, but hello everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of the Eververse podcast, When Life Gives You Lemons. So, to catch up, a lot has happened since I have last spoken to y'all, and I want to talk about something that happened over the last few days as a little bit of a, an icebreaker. So this is a fun one, hopefully. So 3 days ago, me and my mum were in the living room and we were watching Death in Paradise. Highly recommend that, by the way. So yeah, we were watching it and we could hear something in the chimney, because we have a log burner in our living room, and we were thinking, this is a really weird noise. It was like chittering, and it was like something rusty, and like it was, dragging, and we were so confused what was going on. And then we heard a jackdaw in the chimney. And it was, it was cawing, it was trying to get out, and because we have, like I say, we have a log burner, we can't exactly move the log burner because, it had a hole and it was stuck in the flue of the chimney. If you're not sure what that is, it's like it's like a pole kind of thing. It's like a tube that goes up the chimney, and yeah, this bird was stuck in it. It was there for like a day, and it just came out of the chimney. It was so weird. Like, my mum was about to leave for work, and I was like, oh my god, mum, there's a wing poking out of the hole, and she was like, crap, chuck me a tea towel. So I ran to the kitchen, I grabbed the tea towel, I ran back in, and I was like, here you go. I yeeted it at my mum, and she grabbed this bird. It was like, it wasn't a baby bird, but it wasn't fully grown, it was like a fledgling, and she grabbed it, and she was like, get the door. So I grabbed the door, swung it open, and she ran outside with this bird and this tea towel, and it couldn't fly, so we just ended up putting it on this fence, and we were like, be free, child. And we thought, wow, this is hectic. And if that wasn't, bad enough, the next day there was another one in the chimney. And we were like, oh my god, again? So it wasn't there for that long. It was there for maybe an hour or so, and it managed to worm itself out, and we're like, oh god. So we got that one out. And then we thought, oh, this is good. So 2 birds out, it's okay. This is a bit weird. Maybe they'll come back, we don't know. And then I was like, oh god. And then today, I woke up and I could hear a bird calling, and I was like, oh, is it in my dreams now? And I was like, no, I'm sure it's fine. So I was just chilling. I was chilling in my bed. I was just listening to my morning music, because I like doing that. I like getting up. Before I get up, I put my headphones in, listen to a song, and I'm like, this is nice. And then I could hear my mum downstairs, and she was like, you'll never guess what. And I was like, what? She's like, there's another bird. I was like, no, not another one. So there was a 3rd jackdaw in the chimney, and I don't know, we ended up just, panicking, I guess, because how's there more? So this was the third jackdaw, and my mum had to go out. She had to go down the town and get a prescription. So I was home on my own with our 3 cats, Betty, Pidge and Bob, and I was like, if this bird comes out, it's just me. What am I gonna do? And I was writing some notes in my notebook, and all of a sudden this bird just plopped out of this hole in the chimney, and I was like, oh, you are joking me. And I was worried that the cats would grab it, but I don't know if our cats are just stupid or just couldn't be bothered, but they were looking at this bird and thinking, that's nice, this is a good bird. And I was like, oh god. So what I had to do, because I was panicking, I rang my mum up and she was like, well, you're just gonna have to get it out, aren't you? I was like, get it out? What? So I ran to the kitchen and got a tea towel, and I was thinking, okay, it's gonna be fine. I ended up getting the cats and putting them in the kitchen and closing the door. I gave them some biscuits and I was like, have fun, kids. Then I was back in the living room and with this bird, and I was like, is this gonna be like a standoff? I ended up opening the window that leads to this little walkway we have behind our house. And I was like, it's wide open, surely it should just, jump and fly out the window. It didn't do that. And I was like, great. So I ended up using this cat toy. I didn't hurt the bird. I didn't even touch the bird. I just waved it in front of him. The bird, crapped itself and flew all the way through the living room to where the kitchen door was, but the kitchen door was shut. And I was like, great, because the front door is by the kitchen door. So I opened it wide, and the bird just flew out, and I was like, oh my god. So I ended up ringing my mum. I rang her, and I was like, Mum, you'll never guess what, it's gone, it's out. Yes, it's gone, I did it, Mum, I did it. And she was like, you done what? I was like, I got the bird out of the living room, it's gone. And so this bird was gone, and my mum was like, oh, I'm round the corner, I just got off the bus. She walked around the corner, there she was, and this bird was just in front of our house, and I was like, oh my god. So yeah, that was fun in 3 days. There was a bit I missed out. On the second bird, we got home because we'd just been in the shop, and it was in the windowsill next to our cat. The cat just couldn't be bothered. He was like, no, I'm cool with this, I'm cool with it, homie. And I was like, oh my god. So that was a fun few days for me. 3 birds, 3 consecutive days. What a palaver. So I think we're going to invest in one of those things you put at the top of your chimney. But yeah, so that was the 3 jackdaws. Oh gosh. So, what has been on the telly recently? I think that's an important question, because I think a lot of people, especially when it was the pandemic, I think a lot of people always needed things to find to watch. And I remember when Squid Game came out last year, everyone went mad over it. Everyone talked about it, and I didn't watch it straight away because I was like, why is everyone really obsessed with the show? And then I remember I watched it, and it was like, it was so good. I was like, hell yeah, I will gladly watch this over and over. And obviously I saw the teaser that came out, was it yesterday or the day before? And I was thinking, oh my god, season 2 is going to be lit, fam, absolutely. But you might be thinking, why is this important? Okay, so recently Kenobi came out, and I had been excited for this for ages. And I remember when it was announced, I was like, no way, we're going to see Ewan McGregor again. This is great. And but it's made me sad, because a lot of people, I think Obi-Wan Kenobi has had a lot of mixed reviews, shall I say. Everyone who I know has loved it. But obviously, unfortunately, we've heard a lot of bad reviews about it, and I just wanted to address that because I'm on TikTok a lot, and usually I find myself on Star Wars TikTok, and a lot of people have been talking about it, obviously, and I get that some people aren't enjoying it as much as other people, and I did actually make a TikTok about it myself, and there was one comment I remember I got on it, and I could tell that they either didn't watch what I watched, like what I said, and they just wanted to completely, derail what I'd said. So the gist of what I was saying was like, because Star Wars is such a big franchise now, it's hard to enjoy everything because not everything is catered towards a specific audience. So people who love the Bad Batch aren't going to enjoy another aspect of it. Some people won't like the unanimated and will only watch the films, and that is okay. You don't have to watch everything, but you shouldn't hate it if you haven't watched it, if you know what I mean. Like, you shouldn't be like, no, I hate it. Oh, what bit didn't you like? Oh, I just haven't watched it. How do you know you don't like it? It's like, when I was younger, I didn't eat vegetables a lot, and my mum was like, how do you know you don't like them? You've never had it. And I was like, look at it, it's mush. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about what I thought of Kenobi so far. So obviously spoilers ahead for this bit, but the bit I love the most about Kenobi is that it is a story about grief, in a way. Even though obviously the plot of it is 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, and there's been a lot of death and stuff like that, and Kenobi himself is changed. He's not the same person he was before, and that's okay. But I remembered reading what someone thought of it, and they just said, what was that filler episode? And I was thinking, how was it what filler episode? There's only 6 episodes, and there's only been 4 so far, and they were talking about episode 4 specifically. And I remember I watched episode 4, and I didn't ever think it was a filler. I preferred episode 3, but episode 4 I think was a good episode, particularly because I love Jedi Fallen Order, and we saw Fortress Inquisitorius live action for the first time. But I wouldn't say it was a filler, and I think the reason they said it was a filler was because in their mind not a lot of plot happened. But I respectfully disagree with that. I don't think it was necessarily bad because there was no plot, because the plot was Obi-Wan was saving Leia. That was the plot of that episode. 1 second. Are you okay, Tess? Tess is like, what are you talking about Star Wars for again? Yes, I am recording this with my cats. My cats are like my beta readers. You will be hearing meowing, so... But anyway, let's get back to it. I wouldn't necessarily call it a filler episode. What I class as a filler episode is there is no plot to it. It's just, action, if you know what I mean. Like, a good example would be some of the Bad Batch episodes. A lot of people said, what's with all the filler episodes? And in my mind, if the show's long, like many episodes, it's okay to have filler, because I like seeing what the characters are up to more than what's going on with the plot, per se. I think that's because I love fanfiction. A lot of fanfiction, no plot, just chaos. But I do understand why people might be annoyed with filler episodes if the show itself is only 6 episodes long. But we don't know what's happening in episode 5, which it will be tomorrow, so you never know. Well, tomorrow and the time I'm recording this. But I will do another mini review of Kenobi. I might do a full-fledged one. I just wanted to talk about what's new on telly recently. Another one, Stranger Things Season 4. I have loved that. Again, spoilers for Season 4. I think Stranger Things Season 4 was phenomenal. Obviously, we've still got to wait for Volume 2. But Volume 1, I think, was worth the wait. It was phenomenal. I binged it all in a day. I really wish they did what the Disney Plus shows are doing and do it once a week. I think that would be really cool. I think it would build up the hype phenomenally. I think that's probably the reason they split it into 2 volumes. I will do a review of that as well, I think that'll be good. But I really enjoyed Season 4, Volume 1. It was just, the new characters were amazing. The song choices, the plot itself, that plot twist, woo! That was chef's kiss, baby. And then we got Miss Marvel as well, which I really enjoyed. I remember I was talking to someone at work, and he was like, I liked it, but you can tell it's for a younger audience. And I was like, is that bad? I don't think that's bad. One of the critiques I've seen of Miss Marvel is that it's Disney Channel, and I'm like, did you watch Disney Channel? You do not insult Disney Channel on my watch. No, but I do get why some people may not like Miss Marvel, but I really did. I really enjoyed the first episode. I thought it was really good. I'm not going to say too much about it because, again, I want to leave that for a proper full review. But I will say this. I've seen a lot of people from the Muslim community who have really enjoyed it, saying it feels so relatable. And I'm not Muslim myself. I am a white woman. But I really like the family dynamic of the Khan family. I love Kamala. I love the Avengers game. That's because you get to play as her. It's a really refreshing change of pace. We've just had Moon Knight and Doctor Strange, obviously, and then we went from them to Miss Marvel, which is a very different vibe, but it was really good. I remember before it even came out, people said, oh, it's going to be shit, it's going to be terrible, I'm not going to watch it. And I was thinking, I wonder why you think it's going to be shit. But I really enjoy it. It's really good. I cannot wait for episode 2 tomorrow. It is going to be great. I will say I am not annoyed per se, but I'm not Waluigi. I'm wondering why they changed Kamala's powers from the comics. A part of me saying it's because of Mr. Fantastic, and I'm kind of annoyed by that, but I suppose we'll see as the show goes on why they changed it. But I will say this, I can't pronounce her name, I am sorry, but the actress playing Miss Marvel is such a good choice. She was amazing, 10 out of 10. Easily one of my favourite additions to the MCU. Whoever's called it the MCU, I'm really annoyed, because I thought it was someone with a lisp saying it. No, it's just what people are dubbing it, because we've had a lot of female characters. Don't get why that's bad. Personally, I think that's really good that we're having more female characters. I remember when I was a kid and the first, Marvel films coming out, we had Black Widow. Not necessarily saying that's a bad thing, but we didn't get much of her. We had to wait a decade for her solo film. And that solo film I enjoyed, but could have been better. But I am a very easy person to please. Okay, so what did I get up to recently? Again. So, what day was it? Saturday. It was Saturday. Me and my mum went up to Uttoxeter Cinnabon to go and watch the new Jurassic World Dominion. And before I begin talking about it, I just want to say it was amazing. I do not understand why the critics thought it was shit. I thought it was really good. Again, I know I've said it before, but I am quite an easy person to please. But there was something about this Jurassic World which I just adored. I don't know what it is. So again, spoilers for Jurassic World Dominion, but I think it is necessary. This isn't going to be a proper review as such. It's more like what I got up to that day and what I thought of it, like first thoughts. So me and my mum decided to do a change of pace and not going to our usual cinema we go to. We decided to go to Cinnabon. Don't know if you've heard of Cinnabon or been to Cinnabon, but it is it's a cinema in Uttoxeter which has a bowling alley, an ice rink, and it's through 2 or 3 screens. I think it's 3 screens, which isn't a lot, but it's good. I enjoy going to that cinema sometimes, but not today. I enjoyed the film, but there is something I must tell you all. It's enough to make a woman cry. So basically, me and my mum, we got our tickets, we got our snacks, we went up to the screen, and these 3 kids opened the door for us. They were very polite, and we sat down. The film started, and all the way through the film, there was some talking going on at the back of the screen, and I hate that. I don't mind the occasional mutter to the person next to you because they don't have a clue what's going on. You're like, yeah. And they're like, why is Batman not in this? Because it's a Marvel film, Sharon. But yes, all the way through Jurassic World, these kids, I think they were kids, they talked the whole way through, and it was really annoying because it kept distracted me from the screen, and it definitely distracted my mum, because at one point I thought my mum was going to shout at them, because she just turned to me and said, why the feck are they talking? And the only time we didn't talk was when they went to the toilet, and we knew it was them because the screen was quiet. And do you know what's ironic about the kids that were talking? With the ones that held the door open for us. And I was thinking, this is very strange. So they're polite enough to open the door for us, but they were talking the whole way through. It was annoying. It was so annoying, I tell you. But so yes, what happened after that? So we watched the film. The film was amazing. Bryce Dallas Howard has my heart. I love her. I loved it for the moment I first saw her in the first one, when I was like, how old was I? I was 13. I was 13, and I remember, because it was 2015, wasn't it? Yeah, I was 13. I was watching it and I was like, oh my god, she's beautiful. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's the eyes. I don't know if it's the hair. But I was like, oh my gosh. Film of the year for me. Yeah, I love the first one. I remember, because I haven't properly watched the old Jurassic Parks. I've watched the first one, but there was something about Jurassic World which I really liked. I don't know if it was because of the dinosaurs, because a film for me, big monster, big dinosaur, top of the film. But I loved watching the first one because it kind of reminded me when you're a little kid and you go to a theme park for the first time and you're like, whoa! It's like when I first went to Disneyland, I went to Disneyland in Paris many years ago, and it was literally the same experience. I was like, whoa! This is glorious! But, yeah, I watched it so many times. When I got it on DVD, I binged it. I still have it somewhere. I don't know where. Because I tend to watch a lot of streaming these days, but I do like having DVDs. They're reliable. Storm goes out and you can't access the internet. Just whack in the DVD and you're sorted. The second one, I did enjoy. I did enjoy the second one, but it always makes me cry. Because I always get sad about, is it the Brontosaurus or a Diplodocus? I don't know what the fucking dinosaur is. The one with the long neck. I think that's a Brontosaurus, isn't it? I'm sure someone will correct me, which will be greatly appreciated. But there was something that just made me sob, and you'll know what if you watch the second one. But the third one was very much, it reminded me of the first one a lot. I just really liked the family dynamic in it. I thought it was really good. There were so many baby dinosaurs as well, and I was like, the baby dinosaurs! Real babies. I'm just like, oh, that's cute. Baby animals. I'm like, look at them. Sorry, I'm just choking. I was just getting excited. You know how excited I get about dinosaurs? They're just the best. My favourite dinosaur is the Triceratops. I love the Triceratops. I don't know what it is. They just... But yeah, I loved having the characters from the old ones in. Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum were excellent. They were so good in it, and it didn't feel like they were cameos, because they technically weren't, because they were crucial to the story, which is what I liked. I think that was what was good about having them in, because they could have just been in there as, 2-second job, but no, they were essential to the plot of the film, and they had a meaning to be there. It wasn't just like, Sam, Laura, Jeff, do you mind being in the film so we can, make some books? It was just so cool. There were so many good callbacks to the first, and obviously probably the next two films, but it was just so good. There was excellent use of the dinosaurs as well. Although I remember when I was watching the film, I think it was maybe halfway through, I was like, there hasn't been a dinosaur in a while. There's been a lot of bugs. But then 2 seconds later, the dinosaurs ran. I was like, yes! For me, I remember that when I was sitting there and the credits were rolling, I literally said to myself, I love this film, but if they were to make another one, could they just make it just dinosaurs? I've said it about Godzilla, the Godzilla films. If they just made a film just with them, just with the kaijus and no humans, it would literally be top selling film. I wouldn't care. It'd be like a nature documentary, but it would be the best one, wouldn't it? But yes, it was so many good moments in the film. There was a lot of funny moments as well, and Jeff Goldblum made me, laugh so much in that film. I remember there was a certain bit and I was just like, oh my god. It was a bit with again, sorry, spoilers, there was a bit in the film where Laura Dern, Sam Neill, and I don't know the actress name, but the little girl in the film, where they get trapped and Jeff Goldblum was like trying to get them out, and he was on the keypad and he was going, and he's like, there can't be that many combinations, just 10,000, and he was just like, oh, we're in a pickle now, and they were panicking, and he was just like, it's fine, and he was like, it was just such a good film. I will do a proper review with it. I know I keep saying this, but it's just excelente. And today that will be all I'll be talking about. I just wanted to do a little is it soft reboot? Is that the word? Just to get you all back into what we're doing. I think it was good to catch up as well. I want to try and do things a little bit different because I've got a new app that I've been using, which is much better, and I'm able to put voice messages into it. So if you guys ever want to send me something and you want to be featured, just let me know and we can sort something out and it'd be, chef's kiss. But yes, that will be all from me today, and I really do hope you've enjoyed. Catch up on YouTube, and I think I'll be able to put this on Spotify. But I'll probably put a link on my Twitter as well. But if you haven't been catching up on the main channel, I've got a lot of content on there at the moment. Like I said, I finished Jedi Fallen Order again. I'm thinking of doing Cyberpunk 2077, redo that, because I did one episode of it and it was a bit shit because it was when I first did YouTube, so I kind of wanted to do it properly. I think I've got quite a few games to do. I've got Far Cry 6, I've got all the other Far Cry games to do. I wanted to do Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I wanted to do that. I've got a lot of ideas which I think will be good, but yeah, that's all from me today, guys. I really do hope you've enjoyed, and remember, if you ever want to see something in particular, just let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe. Subscribble, my friends. It's nice to have you all around. And yeah, remember to watch me on Twitch as well. Like me on Twitter. Got loads of stuff. And if you want to catch up, I'm going to try and do once a fortnight, if not once a month, on the podcast. Try and get it back in steam and all that jazz. But yeah, thank you so much for listening in. And if you would like to be featured, just drop me a DM and we'll sort something out. I promise it'll be spectacular. Next episode, I will be reviewing The Phantom Menace. So, yeah. Stay tuned, have fun, stay safe. I love you all.